Hello everyone, and welcome to My Days of Our Lives 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up in Horton Town Square. Stephanie confronted Chad about Stephanie's attempt to fire Everett. Chad admitted to reality, yet he made light of his activities. Stephanie said that Chad had a past filled with not confiding in her, and she referenced his desire of Alex. Chad discovered that Everett had wanted to propose to Stephanie before Everett's mishap in Seattle. As they contended, Stephanie blamed Chad for leading her on and burning through her time. Stephanie stomped off. In Everett's room at the Salem motel, Chad extended to Everett his employment opportunity at the Observer back, depending on the prerequisite that Everett reply, assuming he was exclusively in Salem to win Stephanie back. Indeed, I love her and I need her back in my life, Everett conceded. Chad said that he valued Everett's trustworthiness. Everett opened a ring box. Indeed, Steph, perhaps now I have another opportunity to put a ring on that finger, Everett said. At the Brady bar, Alex and Arisa rose up to leave when they saw Constantine enter with Maggie. In front of Maggie and Alex, Constantine made a show of apologising to Arisa for calling her a gold digger. Teresa acknowledged the expression of remorse. Constantine claimed that a contact in Greece had advised him not to return to the country after Alex and Teresa left. "I'm dead if I do that," Constantine declared. Maggie asked where Constantine wanted to go. Constantine said that he could remain in the US on the off chance that he got a work visa or wedded Alex and Teresa. Talked in enchanting insinuation prior to having intercourse on a love seat. A while later, in the passage, Alex found Chad. Alex said that Stephanie had come by before. "She requested that I give you this," Alex said, as he created Stephanie's vital to Chad's condo. John and Steve discussed their Constantine investigation at Steve and Kayla's penthouse. Steve said that he and John expected to demonstrate that Constantine had faked Victoria's seizing. John gathered that Constantine had help. Utilizing a PC, Steve and John hacked into a security feed from the hour of the capturing. Steve and John stared at a grainy black and white picture of Teresa carrying Victoria in the park, but they couldn't make out a face in the image. Steve and John consented to send the photograph to Shane for help in unscrambling. And minutes after the fact, Steve heard a thump at the entryway. Stephanie showed up with her bag, and she let Steve know that she had moved out of Chad's loft. Stephanie inquired as to whether she could remain with Steve and Kayla in Jada's room over the Brady bar. Rafe and Jada cuddled in bed in the wake of having had intercourse. Rafe astonished Jada when he requested that she move in with him. Jada communicated hesitations about the move, and she noticed that she hadn't lived with a man in quite a while. Be that as it may, you have lived with somebody previously, Rafe said. "Yes," my ex Jada answered. Rafe got some information about her past. Jada trusted that Rafe's proposition had brought back the memory of the night her ex had proposed to her. Jada developed miserable when she said that she'd figured her marriage would endure forever. Rafe sympathised with Jada and advised her to consider her options carefully before moving in gratitude toward Rafe. And she said that she was appreciative that she and Rafe were infatuated. Rafe and Jada kissed, and they had intercourse once more. The couple nestled in bed a short time later. At the point when Rafe stood up, Jada went after her telephone. Jada gazed at a photograph of her and her ex, who closely resembled Everett. Rafe proposition for Jada's security film, Piece of Information Days of Our Lives, uncover that Stephanie Johnson will go crazy now that she knows Chad DeMera subtly purchased half of the onlooker to make sure he could fire Everett Lynch after Stephanie makes sense of that. Shane Donovan affirmed the news. She'll consider what Chad needs to his own safeguard, since Everett obviously needs Stephanie back, which could leave Chad demanding that he attempted to take out a danger to their relationship. Chad, on the other hand, doesn't trust Stephanie, so she'll think he did something shady behind her back. Since Stephanie doesn't trust Chad either, that won't work out. According to today's spoilers, Stephanie will break up with Chad at least temporarily. After Stephanie gathers a sack, she'll go to Steve Johnson and Kayla Johnson's place, and she won't have any desire to go through one more night under a similar rooftop as Chad. Fans of Duel can anticipate an awkward encounter between Alex Kyriakis and Nerissa Donovan in the interim. Despite the fact that Maggie Kyriakis as of late pushed Constantine Malonis to leave town, it appears as though she'll adjust her perspective and request that he keep close by Salem will allow Teresa and Alex an opportunity to catch Constantine while he's with Maggie. So day spoilers say there'll be a lot of strain. Different Days spoilers say Steve and John Dark will reveal a significant clue about the Victoria Cook capturing case. That will presumably connect to a sign on the security film from the recreation area. So perhaps John and Steve will essentially realise that it was somebody with a female form, wearing a dark hoodie messed up in this. In Jada Tracker's condo, Rafe Hernandez will have a proposition for her to consider. It's very soon for marriage talk. However, Rafe will probably inquire as to whether Jada needs to live respectively. That ought to prompt a discussion about when Jada lived with her ex. So she'll eventually look at a few telephone pics and choose an old one of her commending her commitment to Everett. Leo's clue, Jada and Steve anguish, Teresa Buster Days of Our Lives are in. Nicole Walker DeMira grabs child Jude Brady. E.J. DeMira misinterprets a hint that Leo Stark is trying to convey. Days of Our Lives features in the interim Steve Fix. Johnson and Jada track a bond while recollecting a past cherished one. Additionally, Brady Black exposes Teresa Donovan. Continue reading to learn about the upcoming episodes of the Peacock soap opera. Days of Our Lives child Jude Brady abducted dual spoilers for the 7-day stretch have uncovered that Nicole won't really mind what the DNA test results say. Nicole knows in her entire being that her dead child is a similar child who was taken on by Eric Brady and Sloane Peterson Brady Days of Our Lives. Jude hijacked Leo's clue, Jada and Steve's sadness, despite the fact that Nicole was confounded in the wake of perusing the experimental outcomes. She plainly can't relinquish her intuition. Rather than Nicole going to a legal counsellor, confidential specialist, or even a specialist, she falls back on capturing the kid. However, it is said that this kidnapping only lasted a short time. It's possible that the kidnapping will force Sloane to tell the whole story. Dual Leo Stark's hint during the week of December 11, fans can also anticipate that Leo will still be reeling from the shocking revelation from Dimitri von Liesnow. Also, spoilers for Dual stressed over her mother, Holly persuades Eric to get a DNA test on their embraced child. Leo will need reality with regards to Nicole's child being alive to get out. Leo attempts to drop a couple of clues to E.J. Notwithstanding, E.J. believes that Leo is simply attempting to exploit his family's misfortune. Days of Our Lives Jada Tracker and Steve Johnson's spoilers for the 7-day stretch of December 11 uncover that Steve will monitor Jada. Steve realises that Jada is managing the forthcoming commemoration of Marcus Tracker's passing. Along these lines, anticipate that Steve and Jada should bond over their recollections. All during the week of, viewers can anticipate that Paulina Price and Melinda Trask will engage in a heated argument. Meanwhile, Cover meets Kate Roberts Brady at Statesville Prison, where Lucas Horton confronts Dimitri regarding Kate's kidnapping. Likewise read, Days of Our Lives, Eric's child show is going to detonate likewise. Alex Kyriakis offers his help to Stephanie Johnson Abigail Klein. Following her standing up to Chad DeMera, Everett Lynch realises it wouldn't look great for him to put the continues on Stephanie just after a split. Be that as it may, Everett will expand his help, which could bring the previous flares nearer. Things for Ava Vitale and Stefan to mirror Brandon Barash. Ava will likewise send Harris Michaels away at the bistro. Harris could get confounded by Ava's contradicting messages. This could make sense of why Harris and Stephanie land in bed together. Presently, as a matter of fact, we doesn't know whether they in a real sense get into bed together or, on the other hand, on the off chance that it implies something different.